Welcome to Pocket Pennant Run, the only fully fledged baseball simulation that fits in the palm of your hand. This is the Pocket Pennant Run Manager Software 2.0. Today we're going to go over the Boxscore replay. This is the newest addition to the software suite. If you have any questions about the menu items, look to our introductory video that goes over each of those in detail. So let's go to Boxscore replay and let's play ball. This is the main screen for Boxscore Replay. This is where you'll initially load your season that you're going to play. After you've loaded the season and you come back, you can go to the quick play, the quick load, and it'll have your season down here, and you just select it and load. Or this is also where you would delete the season if you're done or want to restart it. So let's go ahead and play the 1983 season. You can load just the team, or you can load the entire season. So we're going to go ahead and load the entire season. What you get in the display, this tells you how to select the games for your simming. These tell you how to load different aspects of the schedule. The complete schedule is here for 1983. It's ordered by date, the game, home versus away, and the historical score. Remember, the historical score is also home versus away. And then the replay score if you've replayed it. Down below is your simming button, your manual entry button to see the lineup of the day, to see the current standings of your replay, to show the box score of your replay, not the historical box score, and to show the stats. So the way we see you playing this is that doing a season replay, you normally will play your favorite team. I'm going to say mine's the Baltimore Orioles. Then you would sim rest of the games. Now, every sim, full game sim, saves every stat of the player. It saves all the stats. So then when you play your game manually, you too can enter your stats, and it will continue to keep your stats, and you can search them and see how they did historically versus your replay. So to pick a game, you can single click. If you want to pick several games that you want to sim, you can pick several games using the control button. Or if you wanted to arrange the games, you use the shift button. So what we do is we'll go ahead and sim all the games on the fourth, but the Baltimore Orioles, which is the one we're going to play. And you come down to box score sim. Now you have two ways of simming. A full game sim, which is similar to the sim of your team management sim. It has your coach AI, and your coach AI in this also determines when the relief pitchers come in based on who was used during that game historically. The quick sim is a lot faster. If you're not worrying about stats of all the players in the thing and you just want to get the game sim quickly, quick sim is the way to go. It is built on actual team strength numbers, and the team strength numbers derived from each of the players' traits. That gives a team number. Each team, the away and the home, will get a team number, and they are turned into a modifier for the die roll, and the die roll will determine the final score of the game. Surprisingly, it will give you fairly accurate results because it is based on team strength, although it is a die roll in the end. As you can see, it'll give you approximate run time. Each full game sim takes about 1.25 seconds, which doesn't seem like a long time unless you try to do an entire season of 4,000 games. Then that comes out to about 45 minutes. That's why we suggest you do a day or two at a time. Then you're not feeling like you're having to wait on anything. The quick sim is very fast. It takes 0.09 seconds. It's faster than you can blink to get the games done. So we'll go ahead and full sim our games. It should take less than 4 seconds. Screen will pop up showing you the games are being played. And then the blue turns back to the tan and you see your scores. Now we want to see who played that day so we can see the lineup. And here was the lineup that day. Relief pitchers, if they used any bench players. We can see the box score of the day. And you'll notice that the original score was the Indians beating the A's 8-5, and the box score was 9-4. That's pretty close to accuracy. And now we can see the box score of it, and this will give you the full box score and breakdown of all the players and what they did. And as you can see, the Coach AI used all the pitchers to pitch through the game based on his criteria. So now we want to play our game. We've made it easy to play. You select your game, show your lineup, and at the bottom, instead of having to handwrite all this, if you're able to print or send it electronically to, say, your iPad, you can do that by saving the lineup straight to a score sheet. Or you can save it to an Excel sheet, because I know some have done Excel mods to play their games also. So we'll save it to the score sheet. And again, you have your 4 choices of score sheets. If you're going to save your stats, then this stat player one is the one for you, because it does batters and pitcher stats. So we'll click that. And remember, it saves it to the game sheet folder. So you hit save, and it tells you it's there. And if we go down to our game sheets folder, we'll see there's the Royal versus the Orioles on 4/4/1983. So it gives you complete date. So when you get a lot of games in here, it's easy to refer back to the game you want. So you play your game out, and now you're ready to enter your stats. You come back to manual entry. Well, you have to select a game. Always have to select a game before you hit a button, so it knows which one you're going to deal with. You hit manual entry, and it loads it up. At the very least, you must enter the score. Not even the hits and errors, but you do have to enter the score. And it will verify that what you put in for your inning runs equals the total runs. That's just a double check to make sure you haven't mistyped or fumbled it. So you might say they scored like this. That was 3 runs. And we'll say the Orioles had a booming 3rd inning of 4 runs. And they got another run later on, but I forgot to enter it. And I hit save, and it tells you it doesn't tally right. And it tells you it's the home team's problem. You go, oh, I forgot to put that 8th inning run in there. Now it'll be fine. Now you can also enter your team stats. You can enter just the home, just the away, and you can enter 1 batter, all 9 batters, 1 pitcher, all the pitchers. Depends on who you want to do. If I just wanted to follow Cal Ripken through this season, I could enter just Cal Ripken stats. I'd pick that. It will give you the players of the day. If you had a player that you added yourself, you just click on the batter name up here, backspace, and add his name in, Joe Schmo. And then you can add his stats in, and it'll start maintaining those stats for him. But we'll add Cal Ripken Jr. It automatically puts in the position he played that day, but you can change it if you need to. His batting hand, and then his stats. And it's easy to put in. You can use the tab key and just go across, and anything you don't fill in will automatically be filled in with zeros. Then you hit add batter. You'll notice it shows up in the list down here. If you decide that you've made a mistake, you can also highlight the batter and edit his stats to make a correction. You'll notice he pops back up here, and he really didn't get that home run. You hit save him again. It'll ask you sure you want to put that back in there? You hit yes, and you'll see it took his home run back out. I made that mistake. He didn't really have a home run that game. And then same with your pitcher. You put them in, you tell them whether he had a win or a loss or a save, whether it was a complete game, innings pitched, batters faced, hits, runs, earned runs, and it'll maintain all that for you. And then when you're done, you just hit save stats. It tells you that they've been saved. Clears it out. Now you can go back and do the other one, or you can close it out. That's good. That's all you have to do. So we can go to show stats now, and we'll find Cal Ripken. And this works just like the other stat facts. You can just start typing the name in. He'll come up. You search it, and there he goes. There was his game. 4 at-bats, 5 plate appearances, 1 hit. You see he had a walk. Gives your average, his OBP, his OPS, and his slugging, and his extra base percentage. When you get all the way through the season, you can really search by all the teams. Let's see. who was one of the teams that played? We've already done the A's. So if we were going to stat facts, we could pull up the A's, search it, and now we got all their stats that have played so far. And then you can search individual just like you could in the other stat facts. You can now see the standings for the day. We can see where they stand. And let's see, let's go ahead and we can do quite a few others just to show you a difference. This is 20 games here, and we'll quick send them, and you'll see how fast that is. That's 20 games right there. Go to the standings, and you can see all the games how they're tallying. And then if we were to do a 20-game regular sim, you can see it's going to take about 18 seconds or 22 seconds. So it is considerably different. It really depends on whether you want the stats or not. If you're not really crazy about the stats, you just want to play the replay as played it was, and there's all the stats there. And again, we'll look at some of the quick play replay scores. You can see that they pretty much add up the way they were played. You see the standings, and there's more updated games. And that's Boxscore replay. So when we come back out, when we close it, if we go back in again, we can quick load our season right here. Or we can delete the season and it no longer exists. And that's Boxscore replay. I hope you really enjoy that part. Being able to play any season, anytime. Now we will show you 1909 starts all the lineups. So if you were to play 1900, we load the season and we pick a game, you'll notice that there's no lineups. Lineups only started in 1909 as far as records go so far. As they become available, we'll add those in so that you can only do a quick sim on those games, and you'll have to use the software to load your own replay lineups. But you can at least sim them through the quick sim area. This is Boxscore Replay. We hope you enjoyed it. We hope that you'll really enjoy replaying entire seasons now. Thank you, and enjoy your day.